What's goody, y'all? Buckle up coming through on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. And if you haven't already subbed in, sub in. And welcome. You all are definitely welcome, no doubt. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Hit that like sign before you get out of here, no doubt. No sports tonight. I'm going to post a game for y'all tomorrow. Take the money off the floor. And as always, Sports Prediction 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win and want to show love. No doubt. So, let's get into what we came here to chop it up about. So, Bark for the Bone out here grading fucking fighters. You out here grading fighters, and we're going to chop it up about that. Before I do, I want to shout out to 10, maybe like 10 of the 50 excellent fucking boxing channels that I always take the time to slide through and listen to. And I want 10 of them tonight. I want to make sure, just in case if it's just one person that don't know about any one of these channels, that you get a chance to get over there and sub to these guys. Great, excellent boxing talk channels to listen to. My guy Blood Boxing. If you got a pen, write them down real quick. My guy Blood Boxing. My guy Rude Exposure. And Rude Exposure, I appreciate all the love. Came through his channel. He was playing one of my videos, talking on some things that I was talking about, and I definitely appreciate that to the highest. No doubt. No doubt. To me, I mean, Rude, for a nigga like me, that's better than a Cash App. Real shit. Real shit, because I'm good with the cash. So keep in mind, that's better than a Cash App. If you ain't subbed to Rude Exposure, please go over there and sub to my guy. If you ain't subbed to Blunt Sport Boxing, Blunt Sport. If you ain't subscribed to Blunt Sport, get over there. Blunt Sport almost to 1,000 subs, and y'all can go help. Do me a favor by going over there and help Blunt Sport get to that 1,000 subs he trying to get to right now. He real close. If you ain't subbed to my guy Rebel Life, go sub to my guy Rebel Life. My guy OD Loc, ODEE space LOC. Excellent, great boxing talk channel. If you're not subbed to OD Loc, go sub to OD Loc. My guy DT3. DT3. If you ain't subbed to DT3, the Boon Man, you missing out. You definitely missing out. Go sub to DT3, the Boom Man. He got a great message for you every time he jump on there. No doubt. You ain't subbed to my guy, Outlaw Pugilist. Outlaw Pugilist 2.0. If you ain't subscribed, go subscribe. Big ups to my guy, Outlaw Pugilist. If you ain't subscribed to World Combat Sports, WCS, you missing out. Go subscribe. And of course, if you ain't subscribed to Cigar Talk, great shows, excellent shows, be having the fighters on the show. Turns out to be something nice every time. If you ain't subscribed to Cigar Talk, go show my guy Cigar Talk some love, my guy Najee. And last but not least, if you ain't subbed to Mill City Boxing, take the time to go subscribe to Mill City Boxing. Alright? Excellent, great boxing talk channels to go listen to you and they keep everything straight down the middle, just like myself. All right? Now, BFTB. Where and when was it written or said that Al Heyman and the PBC are working with Turkey? If any of y'all heard anything about that, let me know in my comments. I haven't heard shit about that. I hear him hollering and screaming about Al Heyman supposed to be working with Turkey, so let me know something. And listen, do not listen to no goddamn BFTB when he tell y'all that Shakur is not getting Zepeda and maybe not even ever getting the Tank fight. Because listen, this is why y'all don't never listen to that. Like I always tell y'all. Like I think maybe a few of the points Rude Exposure was hitting on with my video the other day, and I try to tell y'all a lot. Listen, BFTB damn sure don't set up fights in the sport of boxing. And guess what? That is a fact. That's not an opinion that I'm making. That's not my opinion. That's a straight fact that BFTB has nothing to do with fights getting made in the sport of boxing. For some reason, he got on YouTube, got to talking to a few people on YouTube, and all of a sudden now, I don't know, for some reason, he think he make the fights in boxing. I don't know why he's deluded in his mind like that, but that's what he think. But you don't have to worry about listening to him about when it comes to Shakur's next fights. All right? And another thing, O'Shaquie Foster, he need to worry about the 130-pound division or come to 135 if he feel like he want that Shakur smoke. If you down at 130 hollering for Shakur, then just come on up to 135. I'm not going to say that you don't want to fight Shakur O'Shaquie Foster, but as a champion in a 130-pound division right now, you need to be focusing on them guys around you and start taking belts. Because as you can see, the name of the game in this shit right now is taking belts. So for you motherfuckers that's getting in the sport in any division and not looking to take the belts in your division, basically you're a waste of time. Because if you're not trying to become a champion, what the fuck is you in the sport for? You feel me? So, O'Shaquie Foster, if you try and fight Shakur, I see all the little back and forth you and Shakur just had, just come to 135. That'll kill all that. You ain't got to be hollering Shakur name from 130 to make it look like y'all want to fight, because that make it look like you kind of clout chasing. So, unless you want to come make that fight, focus on 130, and let Shakur focus on what he need to be focused on at 135. Now, what in the fuck do Bark for the Bone know about grading a fucking fighter? I hear your goofy, dummy ass over on your live talking about Boots Ennis is a C+ level fighter, when anybody who know about your prediction record in boxing, they know it's very, very, very rare that you ever win. Very, very rare that you ever win. BFTB, you the same guy that said Deontay Wilder looked like Muhammad Ali in certain ways. And ever fucking since I heard you compare Deontay Wilder to Muhammad Ali, that told me that you had extremely poor judgment on what the fuck you looking at. Yeah. That told me that right then and there. You hear me, Rude? I know you probably listening to me too. Yeah. It told me all that shit right then and there. You probably ain't even know that. Yeah, he said that dumbass shit. Listen. He called on the same live that just went off that he just had today. He called Better Biev and Bavoli B-level fighters and said Canelo is the only A-level fighter in boxing right now. The same A-level fighter that Bivol, the guy he called a B-level fighter, already beat. And the same A-level Canelo that has made it a point to stay away from A-level Benavidez at 168 or 175. See, you shouldn't have got me started with this shit. See, Deontay Wilder, your top guy in boxing, has always been a D-level, C-level tops fighter. Before you ever open your pickle holders to ever trash Shakur resume or Bud resume, the trash A-level Shakur resume, may I say, or A-level Bud resume, or B-level Stanionis resume, or A-level Anui resume, you better trash your favorite fighter resume. Deontay Wilder resume is the worst of them all, especially if we talking about his first 30 to 35 fights. Facts. Yeah. Facts. Go look at it. Go on BoxRec. Go on BoxRec right now if you can and pull Deontay Wilder resume up and look at how he got a list of opponents with upside down records like a upside down records like a motherfucker in a reverse mortgage with a loan balance $200,000 higher than the fucking value. Go on BoxRec and pull Deontay Wilder resume up and look at how he got a list of opponents with upside down records, meaning they got more losses than wins, if you ain't understand what I was saying. More losses than wins. And I'm not talking about his first 10 fights. I'm talking about his first 30 fights. 35 fights. And at 30 fights, he still hadn't become a champion yet. For somebody that might be listening to me that might don't know. No, he still was. No, if you know about Deontay Wilder and you sitting here listening to me saying, oh, for real, yes. No, Deontay Wilder wasn't even a champion in his first 30 fights. Yeah. Go look at that resume and then y'all will see, y'all will see this nigga Bark for the Bone gotta be delusional as fuck to call Boots a C-level fighter and rate Deontay Wilder next to A-level Muhammad Ali. But guess what though? Know what happened? Guess what? A-level Furry, A-level Joseph Parker, and A-level Big Bang Zhang, they closed the casket on all the hoopla about Deontay Wilder the D-level hype job. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell y'all another secret. Real quick that y'all probably don't see going on. I see right through all this shit, see. BFTB don't see Boots being successful. I mean, hold up. BFTB, he act like he see Boots being successful, because I want y'all to know what I'm saying. But he don't really see Boots being successful against Janabak or any of them guys, any of them top guys up there really at 160, or even the guys at 154, which could be possible that he could possibly, beat some of them guys. But I'm gonna tell y'all what all that talk is really about. Why he trying to push Boots up there and giving Boots all the props and this and that, like Boots could be this and be that at 154 or 160. When we tell you what it is, BFTB is hoping right now and praying, okay, that Boots get the fuck out of 140, get the fuck out the 147-pound division, period, because BFTB don't want Devin to have to maybe face that smoke with Boots. Okay? Now, I know Brian Norman is a champion, and hopefully Boots can somehow honor that. He can honor that Brian Norman is a champion, and at least make Brian Norman happy, so at least it can give Boots the shot at the belt, putting him closer to undisputed. Okay? I think at this point, Boots and his team, they may be trying to figure that out. As I told y'all earlier, I'm not inside like Bark for the Bone not. And I'm not with Boots and his team, so I don't know. But hopefully that's what's going on. You would think that's what they talking about. Boots didn't look nowhere near bad as Devin. Bad as Devin did far as trying to make 135 pounds for Lomachenko. Because BFTB was saying talking about his weight. He ain't look nowhere near as bad as Devin was looking trying to make 135 pounds for Lomachenko. If Boots feel like he can continue to make 147, he was talking undisputed, long enough to become undisputed, then go for it. As long as Devin stay out the way of trying to grab any of the belts Boots trying to take, then BFTB don't have to worry about Devin getting stopped by Boots at 147. Because we know that's what's going to happen if they end up having to fight each other. Y'all don't call, listen, y'all. You don't call you don't call a fighter a F, D, C, B, or A-level fighter by who they fought, goofball. You rate them off what you see. You rate them off what you see in them as a fighter. You can tell what you looking at and what you got. You can tell what you got once you get them to a certain point. And if it looked like they could handle the heat in that type of kitchen, you could tell. You just can tell. If you got that eye and you know what you look, you just can tell. Like a motherfucker like Bo Mac can tell. Of course, in the sport of boxing, what matters most is you going to take the motherfucking super belts. That's what the fuck matters. Just because a C-level fighter like Bermane-Stiverne, who Wilder took his only belt from, just because a C-level fighter like Bermane-Stiverne get a hold of a belt don't mean that A-level Tyson Fury not supposed to come through and take it from him as soon as he get a chance. You get those in between winning the belt type of fights, and you can fight a few A-level guys, a few B-level guys, a few C-level guys. When the resume is done, as long as you got that A and B level opposition mixed in, starting at maybe 14 to maybe 20 fights, and it shows at the end of your career, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Remember, BFTB, you thought Spence was 50 times better than Bud. Only because, you know why? Only because you don't know what you looking at, Goofy. You never knew what you was looking at. You said everybody Bud fought at 135 and 140 was bums, which was total false information. I already told you, I think British Prescott at 140 beats Earl Spence. British Prescott stops Earl Spence at 140. Even though that's my opinion, that's not a fact, that's my opinion, but that's because how I see the fighters. And I see the fighters better than 1,000 times better than you see the fighters. For sure. You don't know what the fuck you was talking about as far as what Bud fought at 135 and 140. And like I said, you never knew what you was looking at, Goofy. All the people that took my bet after I dropped that video before Spence versus Bud, everybody that took my bet when I dropped that video before Spence versus Bud, they got paid that night. They got that bag that night. Everybody got a bag that night. I told y'all in the video to take the 7th or the 9th round for the stoppage. And we all went crazy. We all went crazy like we won the Super Bowl that motherfucking night. While BFTB was on suicide watch at a Montebello hospital somewhere. I mean, that nigga he was some motherfucking where on suicide watch with a sheet and a bed rail and a window close by. You don't know anything about grading a fighter at all. You give bark for the bone. You give awful advice. And anybody putting their money up, listening to you, they should just cash out their kids the money or something. You better off giving it to the kids, some extra money. If you listening to BFTB to just give it away, you might as well give it to the kids or don't donate it to the homeless. You giving money away, listening to a cornball. Fuck it, give it to somewhere that's shit. And listen, BFTB not even a nerd. Because nerds at least be smart. He's just a certified cornball for sure. Calling Boots a C-level fighter. And there is no easy route to Undisputed. Here motherfucker coming on this channel, one of his trained fucking robots. Y'all hear me? One of his trained ass robots coming on there talking about something about easy route. It's easy for Undisputed or some shit. Ain't no motherfucker. There is no easy route to Undisputed. I don't give a fuck if you take the motherfucking belt from one fighter that got all 3 belts. It's undisputed, it's undisputed. However you got it. It is no easy route to Undisputed. And never has been. Because you still got to get there from the beginning. From the time you take the first fight, your first professional fight, Yeah, you got a road to take to go get there. No matter how you get there, you got to get there and get that. How it's going to be set up for you, we don't know. Will all 4 belts be with one fighter in your division, or will all the belts be spread around? We don't know. You just got to go get them. That's all. For legacy any motherfucking way. I mean, it's no easy route to undisputed, and never has been. Undisputed in any division means the same to me all around the board. I don't respect no fighter in one division that went undisputed more than I respect another fighter from another division that went undisputed. Talking about Boots wouldn't get a lot of love for getting undisputed at 147. But he would if he got it at 154. Get the fuck out of here. Goofy ass dummy cornball talk. Getting undisputed at 147 is no different than getting undisputed at 154. Only difference at 154 going to be guys that are bigger and hit a little harder for Boots. But if Boots stay focused at 154, it's a possibility he could do undisputed twice, just like Bud did. And then Boots might go to 154 and get stopped in his first fight. We don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Won't take away the fact that he did complete undisputed at 147 if he end up making that happen. See y'all on the Get Back.